keep any of this. Hiya, it's Tia, and welcome to day 6 of the reading rush. So I'm currently in the car with her and my mom. Say hi. They're saying hi. And I don't vlog with this hand, so this is very uncomfortable. But last night, I did not read any more of the Goblet of Fire because it was 4 a.m. Stop making weird faces. Stop. She's being really annoying. Today I need to read half of Lair of Dreams by Libba Bray. I need to finish Goblet of Fire. This is really shaky. I need to finish Goblet of Fire and get halfway through Order of the Phoenix. So rip to that because I'm going to my grandparents' house right now and then I'm going shopping. So yeah.
Yep, we're going shopping at the mall for some clothes and some book bags because we're going to go to school. Seeing y'all. Rush me along.
This is why I don't vlog in front of her. I'll keep most of this in, honestly. I'll just do a lot of zooms.
No, but like in the...
Okay, I will update you guys later when I've actually read something and without her in the background. Hi guys, so it's like 11 o'clock at night and I left the house at about 10 this morning. I haven't been home all day and I haven't read anything. So I think I'm going to make today and tomorrow's video just one, again like I did for days 3 and 4 because I have absolutely no content. I didn't think I was going to be going to my grandparents' house before going shopping, and then we also went after shopping, and so I haven't been able to read and or vlog at all. So I'm very behind on what I need to read, so I am going to read a bit more today. So I will update you guys on what I do for that. My contact is bothering me so much. Oh my god. I did have a lot of fun today. I am very tired, so I think I'm going to make some coffee and then I will update you guys after I've read a little bit of something. Hey guys, so it's about 2:30 now and I finished The Bane Chronicles by Cassandra Clare. I talked about the first 2 short stories in a previous vlog, so I'm not going to talk about them right now. But the 3rd story, called Vampire Scones in Edmund Herondale, I rated 3.5 stars. I enjoyed it. I didn't find myself wanting to, care. It was good, it wasn't great, but the ending kind of got better, so that's why I went with the 3.5 instead of just a 3 stars. The next story, The Midnight Air, I rated 5 stars. I adored this story. It was set in, the 1800s, I think, with, Tessa, Will, and Jem, and it just brought so much nostalgia from Clockwork Princess, and I needed that. I needed that story today. I was having a rough day and it just brought me a lot of joy. The Rise of Hotel de Mort, I rated 3 stars. It was good. It wasn't great. I enjoyed certain aspects of it, but other parts just kind of were dull and lackluster. But I overall enjoyed it, as I did all of these stories, so I went with the medium rating of just a 3 star. The next story, Saving Rafael Santiago, I rated 3.5 stars. It was a lot better than the Rise of Hotel de Mort, and I really enjoyed it. I love him, and I liked seeing his and Magnus Bane's, interactions and their, friendship. It was great, honestly. And then the Fall of Hotel de Mort, I rated 4 stars because it was even better than the past 2 ones, and honestly, it was my favorite of that, trilogy kind of thingy, if that makes any sense. If you read it, you kind of know that they kind of work hand in hand, and honestly, I just really enjoyed it. The short story, What to Buy the Shadowhunter Who Has Everything, Who You're Not Officially Dating, I rated 4.5 stars because Alec and Magnus are my favorite couple in this entire world. They're adorable, and I love them, and watching Magnus try to figure out what to buy him and asking the demon, and the demon kind of just it was a lot. Oh my god, I loved it so much. The story, The Last Stand of the New York Institute, I rated only 2 stars. It was not great. It was honestly my least favorite of this whole book. I just didn't care until it got to the part halfway through where it was a different time. I'm trying not to spoil anything, but that part got better, so it wasn't a nothing, but it just was not great. For the story, The Course of True Love and First Dates, I rated 5 stars because, again, they're absolutely adorable, and that was like the most perfect first date, and I loved it. And the 11th and final story of this collection was The Voicemail of Magnus Bane, and I rated that 4 stars because I really enjoyed it. It was just written purely in voicemails after certain events in City of Lost Souls, and I really enjoyed seeing it, but it wasn't quite the level of amazingness as some of the other short stories. So yeah, I really enjoyed this book. I overall gave it a 3.5 stars though, just because I took all of the ratings and then divided it by 11. So yeah, I really enjoyed this. I recommend all the Shadowhunter books, as does everybody in the world. But so yeah, I will update you guys when I've read something else. Oh, so I am going to continue listening to Lair of Dreams, and I will update you when I have read more of that. Hiya guys, it's about 4:30 now, and I've read about 4 hours of the audiobook for Lair of Dreams. I made some ramen, I watched an episode of New Girl. I'm just out here doing the most. I'm kind of high on like adrenaline right now, so I'm not super tired yet, but I know I'm about to get like very tired. So I think I'm going to stop the audiobook for now and pick up a physical book, so I have to be like physically engaged with reading the entire time. And then maybe around 6 I might like shower and try to wake myself up and then listen to the rest of the audiobook before jumping into Order of the Phoenix. So for Goblet of Fire, I'm still about halfway through that book, and I'm pretty sure I can finish that in a couple of hours. So if I don't finish it like before I shower, I'll just finish it after, but before I restart the audiobook, if that makes sense. So yeah, I will talk to you guys later. Hiya, so there's about 12 hours left in the readathon, and in the past 6 hours I have finished Goblet of Fire, and I've read almost 5 hours, I think, of Lair of Dreams. So I really enjoyed this book, and the way I'm rating the Harry Potter books is I listed them from least favorite to favorite, and then I just did like 5 stars, 4.5, and then all the way down, except for I did do 2 4.5 star books, so I rated this one 3 stars. And so I am going to try and start this book, and I'm probably going to take a break from this, but in the past 6 hours I slept a little bit, I showered obviously. I realized my allergies are horrible right now, and I wasn't able to put any makeup on, so I look very dead, but it's fine. So yeah, I have a lot of reading left to do today, and I think I am going to have to watch the movie and read this at the same time because I just have no time to do everything today. So I will update you guys later. Hiya guys, so it's like 4 o'clock now, and I have still about 12 hours left in the Lair of Dreams audiobook, and about, oh, I don't have a bookmark. Okay, and I have about like 350-ish pages left in Order of the Phoenix. So I think I'm going to continue listening to Lair of Dreams, and when I finish it, then finish Order of the Phoenix. I did read a couple hundred pages while watching the movie, so I did already watch the adaptation, so I don't also have to do that before midnight. I think I'm going to be able to finish both, but in case I don't, I'm totally fine with the progress that I made this week. I'm honestly very happy with it. So I will update you guys after I finished Lair of Dreams. I finished Lair of Dreams. Yeah, it's midnight, and I just finished Order of the Phoenix like a couple of minutes ago, and I am done with the readathon. I am very tired because I basically haven't slept in a week, and so I'm going to just do a full wrap-up probably in the morning sometime, but then I will probably have the whole vlog up a little bit later than like the normal 11 o'clock I post, just because I have to edit the whole thing and I'm exhausted. So yeah, I don't really know what I'm saying because I'm very tired because I didn't sleep much last night, so I will see you in the next clip where I'm much more awake. Hiya, it's Monday morning. I'm awake, I'm wearing makeup, I'm good to go. I actually slept last night for the first time in like a week. It was very nice, and I'm here to just give you some stats and wrap up the entire readathon. I haven't held my laptop like this in a long time. So first, I earned all of these badges for the readathon, and the only one I didn't get was to participate in a read-in, because I live in northeastern Pennsylvania and there's nothing for miles and miles and miles. I read 7 books and 3,809 pages, and I did complete 1 book for each of the challenges. The first challenge was to read a book with purple on the cover, and for that I read The Diviners by Leva Bray. I rated this 4 stars. I absolutely adored it. I had some issues with the way that they gave a lot of backstory in like 1 chapter for 1 character. I felt like good books have just like background kind of included like subtly, which they did fix in the second book. And my other issue was that this book is marketed as a super diverse book, and it is. There is a lot of characters with different backgrounds and backstories and like identities. However, it wasn't as diverse as I expected. That was fixed in the second book, where there are a lot more characters with diverse identities. The second challenge was to read a book in the same spot for the entire readathon, and for that I read the Bane Chronicles. I'm gonna put a picture here because it's already put away and I'm not about to go and grab that because it's like under my infernal devices and it's just a lot of work. So I did read this, and I rated this, I think, 3.5 stars. I really enjoyed some stories, and I really didn't enjoy some stories. So I just took all of those, added them together, and then got 3.5 stars. I really enjoyed it. It was good. I loved seeing Alec and Magnus together, and some of the characters that were like briefly introduced in the Mortal Instruments, and it was very nice. Also, that one story, The Midnight Air, with Tessa and Will, was so cool. I loved them. I missed them so much. It was so great to see them. The third challenge was a book you meant to read last year, and for that I was going to either read The Diviners or Lair of Dreams, but I ended up being able to read and complete Lair of Dreams, which I loved. I rated this 4.5 stars just because it wasn't a favorite of all time, but it was so good. There were so many characters. It was that much better than the first book that I even bumped it up half a rating. I don't normally think sequels are better than the original, but this one truly was. Libba took the like qualms people had with the first book and just made it so much better. It was so good. I really loved it, and I liked the main like plot. The first one was more murder, which I said before, I love murder, but this one was like a person that's killing people from their dreams, and I loved it, and the twists and turns and everything was just so good. I was very emotional afterwards, so I didn't talk about it last night, but I absolutely adored this book. The fourth challenge was to read an author's first book or debut novel, and for that I read Everything I Never Told You by Celeste Ng. I really enjoyed this book. I don't know if I loved it. I think I rated it at 3.5 stars. It's not something I would typically pick up, but I heard really good things about it and I wanted to read it. This story follows a girl who is dead, and it follows her parents and her siblings and like all of that surrounding her death. And they think it's a suicide, but they're not sure, and the mom's not wanting to know that, and then we find out what does happen. And it reads a lot like a John Green novel, but better, as I was saying in a previous vlog. It was very good. It was not fantastic. It wasn't as groundbreaking as some people have made it out to be, but I do think I will read other books of Celeste Ng just because I have heard amazing things about her other novels, but it wasn't terrible, if that makes any sort of sense. The fifth challenge was to read a book with a non-human main character, and for that I didn't really follow the directions, but I also kind of did, and for that I read The Goblet of Fire by J.K. We all know my issues with J.K. We all know that I love Harry Potter. It is one of the first series that I read when I was very young, as it is for most people. It's a book that I will continuously read forever. There are some issues with it, as there is issues with most books, and it was good. I enjoyed it. I have been reading the Harry Potter books, as I said before, in like order. I just listed them all out and then I just did ratings. So this one was a 3-star, which is still one of my favorites. I liked comparing it from the movie that I remember to the book. It was very cool to see the differences and like similarities, like how in the movies each of the schools were only boys and girls, but it's not actually like that. It was good, honestly. It really was. Everybody loves Harry Potter. I don't need to tell you much more about it. The 6th challenge was to pick a book with 5 or more words in the title, and for that I picked Daisy Jones and the Six, which was the first book that I read for the readathon. I could not put this book down. It was amazing. I don't think it was better than The Seven Husbands. However, I really enjoyed it, and the audiobook just made it a million times better than I think a physical book could have ever done. It read like a documentary, and it felt like these characters are real, and honestly, I keep forgetting that they aren't, because I was trying to talk to my mom about it, and I was like, oh yeah, and then they lived in this. She's like, wait, are they real? No, they're not, but it's just so good. There's so many things about it, and I absolutely adore it. The 7th and final challenge is to read and watch a book-to-movie adaptation, and for that I read Order of the Phoenix by J.K. I'm turning it this way so you can see the spine, but I don't really care at the same time. I Lost the Dust Jacket, and this is a first edition, so that's really unfortunate. I watched the movie and I read it at the same time. It was just so good. This is my favorite Harry Potter book, so 5 stars. I love it. It's honestly so great. I think everybody's already read Harry Potter though, so I don't know why I'm hyping it up so much. As I was filming this, I totally forgot to tell you what the trigger warnings for each of these books are, so I will have them listed down below, just because those are important to me, that everybody can be safe while reading, and in my July wrap-up, I will specifically state them. I just totally forgot, and I feel awful. So, I love y'all so much. I hope y'all enjoyed these daily vlogs, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!